All right, how did you two meet? And you can each tell your own version, quick version, but like little things that you remember about when you two met.
I'd like to tell this first so that I get the story, set the story straight before she lies. We met in civics class in high school, our last year in high school. And we were in a very large high school and had been in the same school together for 3 years and had never met, until that class. And obviously I noticed how cute she was, and she was across the room, sitting across the room from me. And I used to flirt with her, and she was always so embarrassed by it. And I used to embarrass the fire out of her, winking at her in class and waving at her and sending messages and stuff. And somehow I wore her down and asked her if she wanted to go out, and surprisingly she agreed.
Okay.
How'd I do?
Pretty accurate. I will tell you, there was a girl who had a crush on Dad that sat either in front of him or behind him, and she used to do his homework for him. And she would bring it in, and all he had to do was write his name at the top. And he never asked her out, but he asked me.
Oh.
But what's funny is one day we were sitting in class, and he used to sit on this side of me, so I was kind of like this all the time, because if I looked over, it would encourage him to embarrass me. And I heard people in the class laughing, and I look over at him, and he's holding up a sign saying, "Will you go out with me?"
Oh.
I had to say yes, so he would be quiet.
Yes. Okay. If you could time travel to the past, when and where would you go to relive or enjoy again with each other? It has to be a memory with each other. If you could go back, if you could time travel to the past, when and where would you go to relive again or enjoy again with each other? What memory, what time?
Can I go first?
Sure.
Okay. I would choose 3 days. I would choose our wedding day, June 11th, 1971. I would choose October 16th, 1979, when Josh was born, and when you were born, because we were both there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are good. I guess the one, again, without having an opportunity to think about this, it's kind of hard. But the one thing that jumps to my mind kind of borrows off of that. After getting married, we wanted so desperately to have children. And I always wanted children. I wanted you guys. But I didn't want you half as much as she did. And it just wasn't happening. It just wasn't in God's plan for right then. But to relive the time when Mom came to me and said, "Hi, Daddy," to me, which indicated that we were going to have a child. We had anticipated that and wanted that for so long, and it finally happened. Yeah.
Okay. So I probably should have started with that, but yeah, how old were you when you started dating?
Well, we met,
17 and 18?
Yeah, we met when we were 17, but we didn't go out until Dad's birthday was in September. And we met, like, the beginning of the school year, which would have been late August.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we went out, I think, right around November, the very 1st of November. And so I was 17 and he was 18.
And then how old were you when you got married?
We were 19.
I was 19.
19. Okay.
Grandma, your grandmother, she couldn't.
My mom.
Yeah, she couldn't form that I was 19. She would go around telling everybody he's almost 20.
At
she
the
couldn't.
wedding.
Yeah, she couldn't almost. She couldn't say he was 19. It was like he's almost 20.
And we can all do the math and figure out how old you are now.
Yeah.
We're both 69 years old.
Yeah.
69 years young.
All right. What advice would you give to a young couple young couples just getting married?
I would say put the other person first, not yourself, your spouse. Put your spouse first. God first, spouse second.
I can't add to that, other than I'd say by putting God first is a narrow statement for a much broader issue. The principles that the Bible teaches about how you treat one another, how your relationship should evolve in your relationship with the Lord Jesus. Those things are important principles that carry over to how you treat one another. And the Bible is very clear about how you should treat others. And if you stick to those principles, I don't see how your marriage can fail. You can go right down the list about chastity and putting the other person first, and caring for those around you, and harsh words. And you can just go right down the list about the things that are taught in Proverbs and so on. Those things, if you put them into practice, will help to make a successful relationship. I believe that firmly.
Okay. Now, who is your favorite child? Just kidding. And if you want to say anything quickly to each other, or
Happy anniversary.
I'm glad we tied the knot.
Yeah, me too.
okay, give each other a kiss and it's over. Love you guys.